Hi everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Batman, the comic version. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpie. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll see a link that you can click on that will take you exactly to the Sharpie portion of the video. There's even one for color. So for those of you that are sticking around, I'm going to start off with a sketch for myself and get us going. So I'm trying for a big action pose. And I'm trying not to do the knee at you pose. Now, what I mean by that is, everybody draws, I've done it myself, everybody has a tendency to draw superheroes jumping, and one of the knees is at you like that. And so this knee is like straight at you, and it looks weird, and nobody jumps like that. But for some strange reason, we all want to draw like that. And like I said, I've done it too. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not saying anybody's wrong. I've done it. But that being said, I'm trying not to do that. You know, let's do something different. So I'm trying to give him more of a jumping pose, and you know, kind of making him off to the side, jumping, and doing something different for you. Okay? So like I said, if you've done that, I'm not making fun of you. I've done it myself. I'm just trying to make this more realistic than that pose. Okay, so we got a bent knee. Obviously we do, you know? That's Batman. You know, he jumps with those bent knees apparently, because like I said, I've done it too. So there, and I've got one leg out this way. And let's see, I got to draw the muscles, right? Because he's Batman, he's muscular. He's got muscularity. And let's see. I think that's going to work. And let's draw this foot just kind of dangling down. Okay, I think that's gonna work. And let's see, what are his? I'm looking at store shots of what their Batman looks like. So I'm trying to, and it's not in this pose. That's the trick, but the fun of drawing how I want. You know, this is how I draw, and this is the fun of doing what I want. But it doesn't exist in this pose. I've got to figure this out. But that's the fun of it, is getting to draw it and figure it out and say, okay, well, this is how it is. So how would those details stand out on this Batman, you know? And so, sorry, I went quiet there. Usually when I go quiet is because I'm concentrating. So sorry if I do that, but sometimes it happens. Okay, not bad, not bad. This is a nice action-oriented Batman. And that's what we're going for, right? Alright, so now I've got to, let's see, where's his belt? His belt's going to be right here. He's got the big old pouches. So you see, I went quiet just because I was concentrating again. It happens. Okay, and so also, this is something I don't like, but for some strange reason, no, not for some strange reason, because everybody's trying to draw real Batman. It's a silly man in a suit, so how real are you going to get? But everybody tries to draw real Batman, so they've removed his underwear, the black underwear that he's always wearing, or blue, depends on what version of the comic you read, and there's nothing to draw now, you know? So it seems silly to me, really silly. Like, you know, why be that specific if if you're still, what's the word I'm looking for? You're still holding up silly ideas. You know what I mean? It's Batman. Of course it's going to be, you know, with underwear or whatnot because it's a silly idea, but we've grown up with it and we love it, you know? Okay, so I've got my strong Batman like this. There's his back. And let's see, I'm going to have this shoulder up. Let me see here. I'm going to have this head looking at you like that. So that's going to come over. And again, I kind of have to figure this out to make you happy and to put him in this pose, you know? Okay, not bad, not bad. I think let's see. How can I do this? Yeah, it's kind of I kind of drew myself into a corner. So let me see if this is going to work. It's not. It's too stubby. So I was going to have him kind of reaching out at you, but I think, yeah, you know what I did? I'm going to erase the whole thing. I did him way too long over here. And that's okay. No big deal. But we want to get this right. And let me reduce it down just a little bit too. Okay, so if I have him bent like this, bent like that, there's his body, there's his chest. I had him way too big. Okay, there's his bat. The bat the bat logo helps too because that's telling me if I'm gone too far, size-wise. Okay. All right. So, how about? Let's see if I can pull that off. Still, let's see if I can do that. What I was trying to do the first time. So this is where anatomy helps. You got to know your anatomy and what is possible, what's not possible, and whether it's going to work. See, that's not bad. I think I can make that work. Okay, let's see. I got to be careful. I'm falling off the page here. Let me double check on my screen. Yeah, we're right on the edge. We're falling off. Right there's the edge. Okay. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Bring this down a little bit. Fix this. That might work. All right. I think that's going to work. All right. Does he have the? Yeah, he does. Good. Okay. So I guess this is where it's going to get tricky, is just trying to, like I was talking about before, is trying to make sure that the Fortnite details stand out. Okay. All right. Not bad. Okay, that'll work. That's gonna work out. Okay, so I got him nice and muscular. I've got this thing going, his cowl. Okay. And then this arm, I'm gonna have that one kind of back a little bit because it's tucked back, because it's holding him up. He's gonna be like, you know, jumping. And like as if he had like the rope, you know, flying through, holding him up. So, let me, again, get in those Fortnite details for that version of, they call it the comic version, is what we're working on now, but I'll be honest with you, this isn't the comic version, this is Fortnite version. Okay. All right, that's pretty good. So now I just gotta let me just put in some details for the face real fast, and then we'll get to jumping. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Sorry, see how I go quiet when I start concentrating? Okay, and I guess he's kind of looking up a little bit. And it makes sense, he's jumping, you know. Gotta see where he's jumping. And I think that's it. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and I'm gonna throw that cape out there. I'm gonna kind of make it work. Some fun flippity flop detail. You know, something like that. All right, I think that's gonna work. Gonna bring that in. Okay, so now I need to erase a lot of these lines. So bear with me. I'm happy with this, but I don't want these sketch lines to stand out. I want the confidence lines to stand out. And with the sketch, the sketchy lines, you can never trust anything that's sketchy, right? You just trust your confidence. And so the confident lines are where I got thicker and where I get darker, and that's what stays, and that's what I'm going to build on, confidence. That's what I want you to build on. Build on your confidence. Okay. All right. Looking good, looking good. Okay, I'm ready to go. Let's get going. Where is my Sharpie? There it is. So, I'm gonna be using, let's welcome all the people that skipped to this section of the video. They skipped over here so they can have some fun. Let's welcome them. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but the pen for the tiny little details. I've already sketched out my entire image. I know where I'm going to go with this, so I'm going to start with the Sharpie fine point just to get the tiny details of the face, and then we'll jump into the bigger fat details. So I'm going to start with the eyes, and I have him kind of looking up. He's kind of jumping, so he's seeing where he's going. And so with this, I know that he's got like the white eyes, so I'm just going to kind of do something like this. and that will be taken care of with color. So at least we got that much in, you know. And I'll use a few more details, like we're gonna give him the angry eyes, something like this. But I want color to take care of a lot of that, so I'm not gonna do the entire thing. I'm just gonna give you some of the highlights, okay? So we're gonna draw his nose like this. You can see a little bit of it in there. And then I'm gonna draw the rest of his cowl up like this. And I know it looks like it's floating, but I'm going by my sketch, so that's kind of why it is the way it is. Okay, so for the mouth, I'm just gonna do something like this. Okay, he's kind of frowning, you know, he's Batman. When does he ever smile? But that's all I'm gonna do for the mouth. And so he's got kind of a very strong predominant chin, so I'll just kind of do something like that. But the cowl is pretty much gonna give us our edges, our strong Batman jawline. And I'm gonna start to thicken it up too, because once I jump to the other Sharpie, you're gonna see a huge difference in size of thickness. And I'm just trying to match what's about to happen. So I'm thickening it up just a little bit. You can always come back later on with another Sharpie if you need to and thicken it up to make it match. But I know what's gonna happen, so I'm kind of preparing it in advance. Okay, so I'm gonna give it that little tick, like that. And that might be all I need to do. Yeah, I'm gonna switch over to the other Sharpie now and just build off of that. So now I'm just gonna go with the big fat Sharpie. I'm just kind of playing with the detail that I've already sketched out. And I know the angles of his face are where I'm going. And so I can just draw the detail like that. And I'll go ahead and connect some of this just to give us something, you know. But color is going to take care of quite a bit of this. All right. Okay, so now I'm going to play around with his cape and the cowl, like the little band that connects his mask. It's going to kind of come around something like this. And again, give him a little bit of detail, you know, a little bit of strong ruggedness. And for his, let's see, I'll tell you what, let's do this just to help guide you. I'm going to do his bat symbol with the tiny Sharpie, okay? Just because I don't want it to stand out right now. It's obviously going to once we color it. But for now, I'm going to make a little bit of contrast with thick and thin by drawing it in with this tiny Sharpie. It's a little too tiny, so I'm going to thicken it up just a little bit. And it's just to play around with our Sharpies of thick and thin contrast, you know? Just because we can. It's an inking technique, you know? And there you go. It's not perfect, but that's okay. It's no big deal. All right, so here we go with the rest of him. I'm going to start drawing. I've got his hand up because he's jumping up in the air or something. So I'm going to draw his shoulder up and over like this. His bicep is over that because it's all coming right at you. And so his forearm is going to be like this to his wrist. And so I'm going to go ahead and draw some of this detail in just so you get an idea of where we are. Okay. And let's see. Also, this will kind of help you too. That'll give you an idea of the muscle bends that where we are in this angle. Okay, and I'm going to draw his little points coming off the side of his gauntlet, his bat gauntlet. Okay. There we go, just giving him a little bit of detail. And so his hand's coming right at you, so I've got him just kind of up like this. Just kind of fingers spread out, you know, just being thrown out, the bat fingers, you know, throwing out the bat hand. And it's a little big because it's at you, in front of you, you know, it's coming at you. All right. So now I'm just going to draw just a few little detailed lines over, you know, just to give it some fun. And he's got his gloves on, you know, so we can also pretend that these are the details of his bad guy beaters, you know. Okay. So his other arm is going to be out like this. There's one muscle, and we're going to draw his cape over a little bit like that too. So we'll do that side. And this one's kind of hanging down. So this one is, let's see, I'm going to draw his body so you can see where we are too. Something like this. And this one's kind of tucked back, so there we go. And so these bat fins, what are they called? They're on the other side, so we don't have to worry too much about those details right now. Okay, sorry, my picture disappeared. Okay, so we're just going to draw his hand in a what do you call it? A fist. What do you call it? I couldn't even think of the word fist. What is wrong with me? I'm just excited about drawing Batman, is what it is. Like that. And so now we're just going to draw his belt, and I'm going to draw some of those lines in the body in a second. I just wanted to give you the full where we are, and then we'll build on that, okay? And so I'm going to draw his belt. I'm going to draw the pouches like this. You know his pouches. They carry all of his snacks and treats, his bat treats. That. I'm going to draw the other one over here, and these are going to be kind of bent a little bit because this leg is bent, so I've got them kind of like this. I got another one like that that's not so bent. If he was in Japan, these would be bentos. My gosh, I'm hilarious. Okay, so now I'm going to draw his buckle, which is like this weird little square thing. I don't know. It's Fortnite. I gotta go with what they do. They call this the comic book version, but come on. This is not comic book version. This is Fortnite version. Okay, so now I got his legs all extended out because he's in the jumping pose. So I'm going to draw anatomy basically. So I'm also got to draw the muscles in his leg down to the knee, and he's got one of those Fortnite kneecaps. You know, that's got some weird detail into it. I guess it's supposed to be like a bat. I don't know what it is. Again, it's Fortnite. I don't question it. I just draw what they got. And I'll just reconnect it like that. And we'll just do this leg over here. We'll go ahead and finish this one over. So, again, strong muscular leg to the boot. Like that. And this little pointy bat boot. And I've got his foot just kind of sticking out. So something like that. So you just point it straight down because it's extended over. Just jumping, you know? Or pointed down, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Alrighty. So the other side of his legs is going to be coming up like this. And it's going to be going into his crotch. So that means I can draw his other leg like this to the knee, pointed all the way. Same thing, muscular to the kneecap. And I want to do the smaller part like this, like I did over there, just something like that, you know, nothing too crazy. But this leg is bent back, so this one I kind of have like this, and that's his boot, you know, or the side of it, and the bottom of his foot coming in like this. Kind of a, you know, little jumping Batman, something like that. Again, we'll just draw some stress lines from where he's jumping like that. So now I'm going to draw his cape just kind of flowing out because he's jumped into the air. And now it's kind of we got something like this, kind of double flowing because he's flying through the air. And we'll draw the edge like that, so it's not really standing out, it's just, you know, there. Okay, so the last few things I'm going to do is he's got like these crease lines all over his body, just from the design, what they're calling the comic version of the suit. And so I'm just going to do the same thing, just kind of draw some, I don't know, Captain America lines. I don't know what you want to call these. All right, and so also, because he's got, you know, creases and folds to the suit, I'm just going to add stuff like that because it's bent, you know. And let's see, he's got a few more lines like that. One of them goes down like this. Are there any in the? There are some strange ones over the, and that fits right there. Okay, perfect. Then other ones that go around to show off his pecs. Something like that. Okay. So okay, that I'm happy with that. I love it. I hope yours came out great. Mine makes me super happy. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Batman comic book version. So here is my colored version. You could do it however you like. I just thought I'd show you how I decided to color it. If you'd like to color it like this, you can always pause the video here and use the coloring techniques that I used, or you can just make it your own. Remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures of how I draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button to be updated about each new video.